What's up, guys? I literally have like a few minutes before the fireworks get started, and I did not plan this. I wore this shirt today to my jiu-jitsu class, and after my jiu-jitsu class I go to a restaurant so I can sit down and have a meal. And like, ironically enough, they had a New York Times sitting there, and this is from, if you guys could really hi Sandy, share this out, because seriously, I didn't realize this is Monday, July 23rd, 2018. Oh, it's backwards. New York Times. So I'm sitting down tonight to eat my meal, right? I know I've been laying low. I know I've been quiet. I know I've been kind of like in hiding. Sorry about that, but I have my reasons, and I hope that you guys understand. I appreciate those that do. So I'm looking through the New York Times today as I'm trying to eat my meal, right? And I'm just paging through it. Actually, I didn't even have to page through that far, because on the second page, I open it up. Let me turn this around. I was so pissed. They're still trying to sell this rhetoric to the public, you guys. Flint kids were not poisoned, okay? This is a lie. This is bullcrap. This is the New York Times. Okay, so like, the thing about this article is that it's oh, there you go. It's really well written, right? It's well written. But all of the information is inaccurate. Well, I'm sure that it's accurately twisted. I cannot believe this. This is one thing you guys got to realize, is that yes, every single Flint child was poisoned. Every single one of them. If you live in Flint and you were drinking the water, not even just at the time of the switch, because everybody knows, whether you're from Flint or not, that the water in Flint was bad even before the switch of the water. There's cover-ups in Flint, Michigan, like you wouldn't believe. Do not let any article for 1 second, not the New York Times, I don't care who it is. I don't care how trusted they are. If you are listening to my voice right now, and anybody that shares this video out, thank you. It's simple. It is simple. Listen, I know a lot of crap about this city, okay? That's why I'm quiet. This stuff kicks your butt, okay? I've been there a long time, doing a lot of research, making a lot of relationships. What I can tell you about this article is it is false. Every single life in that city has been poisoned, and it has been poisoned intentionally at the hands of the state of Michigan, Governor Snyder specifically. Bill Schuette's in on this crap, the lieutenant governor, the attorney general, the MDEQ, the EPA, Eden Wells, all these freaking people that they're trying to make it seem they got relationships with scientists and people in universities and high places to say their language, to paint their verbiage. You guys gotta understand, they are tricking you. They're tricking you, and they're only doing it for a reason. If they're trying so hard to cover up their tracks in a genocide, if they're trying so hard, I mean, they're fighting so hard to cover up what they did. This is the state of Michigan. This is Governor Snyder. He cannot be let off the loose from this. Governor Snyder should be sitting in prison for the rest of his life. You want to know why? Because he knows exactly what that switch of that water was going to do. And not only did he know it then, but he knew it while it was going on, and he chose to quiet his mouth while everybody, an entire city, got poisoned. So many people died. Every single person. Yes. Because one thing this article said is that this neurotoxicity from this lead poisoning isn't going to affect their brains years later. It's stupid. That's what they said in this article. Is that it's incomprehensible to think that this lead will pop up later in life and result in criminal activity or whatever. Yes, it does. Because lead toxicity is neurotoxicity. The entire city is poisoned, and that's why I say you gotta have more grace with this city. You know, people sometimes will have these events and they get frustrated because they come in there to do good things for the city. You know, they had an event, they're giving away this or they're giving away that, and they're like, oh, they just complained about everything. Okay, number one, give the people in Flint, Michigan a lot more grace, because you want to know why? They have been living a life unlike anything you know about. I promise you that. They need more grace. They have been like a slaughterhouse. That city has been like a slaughterhouse to the state of Michigan, the city of Flint, for years. And that is the truth. Governor Snyder needs to be sitting behind bars, and that's why I have people follow me some of the times. Lately it's kind of been picking up, but for a while it was quiet. So sometimes it happens, but this is why. This is why. And this is why they try to silence people like me, because we know the truth. We have answers. And they try so hard to get us to stay quiet. And I know I look so crazy because I'm so close to my camera right now, but I am so mad at this article that I read today at the dinner table. This is a genocide. This is a Holocaust. I don't know how else to say it to you guys. The fact that we have people still walking free, like Governor Snyder, Eden Wells, and the EPA, the MDEQ names, not just the organization as a whole. Specific people that sit behind this organization, a part of a plan, a master plan, to genocide, to gentrify, to get their way for money and for greed. And so they do it by poisoning the water. And this is what, I mean, seriously, I still have pinned to this page, you guys, the video that I last did, not the last time I was out there, but the time before that, driving around, it's pinned to this page, you guys, and that's the last message. That is the last investigative video that I probably will put out to you guys for a long time, because that is the conclusion right there. Everything that I've ever said to you guys along the way, I still want that point to be emphasized before I can move on to anything else. I can't move on to anything else unless that is acknowledged. I'm yet to see anything written in any news, anything. I haven't had anybody contacting me yet about this. Granted, my email address was full, so I wasn't receiving a lot of emails, but I cleaned that up and I paid for more storage. So if you guys want to send me an email, please, we just need something. We need this truth to go out there. We need more people to pick up this articles on Flint and to start telling the truth, because they're trying to paint it like everybody's lying and like all of the activists are crazy and like we're trying to fear monger and we're trying to stir the pot and we're trying to create issues, and it's not. The only reason I ever went there in the first place was because God called me to go, and I thought I was going there to deliver water, and I thought I was going to be done after the first or second time of going there. Almost 3 years later, I'm still totally invested into the city. I had no plan on doing this, but I understand now why God led me to do this, because He knew ahead of time that this garbage, that this Holocaust in America in 2018, still in 2018, continuing in 2018, they're trying to get rid of this. They're trying to make you guys forget about it. They don't want you to forget about it. This is bigger than Standing Rock. This is bigger than Standing Rock. And I was there, and I saw what they did at Standing Rock. They burnt the hills. They tried to burn them out of camp. I saw that. That was a powerful movement. I saw the blood on the bridge. I saw it. That was real too. This is bigger, and this is worse. So you guys don't believe this crap where the New York Times garbage magazine, Flint kids were not poisoned. Yes, they were. Absolutely they were. So if you guys could please share this out. And remember that this stuff is still happening. Still happening. Their agenda is working as it's going to, because obviously they're powerful. But until you guys decide to start rising up together and doing something about it, just holding hands and figuring out what it is as a person that you can do, whether it be using your own social media platform, whether it be writing to Congress or getting to Flint or having a protest, because as boisterous and annoying as they are super, super, super important and super, super essential because of a lot of reasons. They bring attention, and they stir ideas, and people, wow, they're all this noise for what? So people that might not be awake to something might pay attention to a protest. Now they're going to want to look at it, and wonder what are these stupid people doing with all these stupid signs looking so stupid. Well, you're asking enough about it, right? So there's one right there. That's why, because they want you to wonder about it. Because if you don't know about it, you need to know about it. And number two, it's a right. We ought to execute and exercise them while we have them. And number three, it helps bring the media, because the media is gone. It's been gone. Actually, the only media that's left now is the one like this that lies. New York Times, garbage. Garbage, garbage, garbage. Flint, Michigan is still suffering. Flint, Michigan is still sick and without water. Are you guys sick and poisoned still? Do you guys have water to drink? Are you guys reading this garbage that they're feeding you? Because this is a mess in Flint, Michigan, and these people are walking loose still. And this is absolutely an agenda, and it starts in Flint, and it's a domino trigger, and that's what I've been saying to you guys, is that you gotta understand is that it starts with Flint. Flint is that spark. Flint is that spark that ignites the change in the rest of America, because ever since Flint exploded, it has been happening. So what I'm saying to you guys is that they're getting away with this because we let them. Because not enough of you guys care. How's that? Guilty people walking around, killing people in the city of Flint, Michigan. This is America. These are real people. Not just people you read about. They are real people with real names, with real families and real children. And they're poisoned. And on top of being poisoned, their whole lives have been affected. So many people have died. So many miscarriages. So many future problems that we don't even know about, right? And what another real problem is here, we have an American people that don't give a crap. They don't give two craps. Not two craps. You know? You guys can't wrap your mind around it. You just can't, for 1 second, wrap your mind around the idea that this could be real in America. You know, like, I'll never forget when I first suspected Holocaust in Flint, Michigan, almost 3 years ago. Before I knew anything, just driving through that city, I felt it. And then almost 3 years later, my claims of a Holocaust are even stronger than they ever were before. And meanwhile, you guys watch these videos, probably less than half of you will share it. A lot of you guys will probably just watch it because you think, oh, who is this girl with long hair and blah, 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 blah. No, I'm not just a pretty face, okay? I'm a face, a person with a mind and ideas and truths and things that I'm trying to share with you guys. I'm not just some pretty face girl. And I really don't like it when people always comment that crap on these things. I don't have time to go through all this stuff. I'm sorry I don't get back to you guys a lot, but this article really pissed me off. Share this stuff out, okay? That's all I can say. Everything else I've already said. I've got a lot more stuff I need to touch on, but honestly, right now I'm heated up. I read this thing in the New York Times. What a lie. What a lie. They're lying to the American public. Every single news station, article, just about all of them. You can't trust none of it. That's why I say you guys got to get there yourselves, and if you're not willing to do that, then you better find somebody on social media that you trust, that you know really knows what they're talking about. Like me. I'll say it. Or Lisa Fowler. Or Arthur Woodson. Because actually he goes live just about every single day. Arthur Woodson. You guys ought to go check on him and see. Cindy. Do you really? Remember my first videos? It's crazy. No fix in sight. No fix in sight, Matt. Because it's like really all they're doing is just talking. They're really just running circles. They're running circles, and while they run circles, they keep on completing other plans, a part of the agenda. Like right now in Kettering, how they're wanting to make, they're almost done with their phase in that area in Chevy in the Hole. But what people don't realize about Chevy in the Hole is that is a toxic waste zone. And all they did was they covered it, they capped it up with some concrete, and they made it pretty. But what they don't realize is that everything else underneath it is rotting and it's going to kill you. That's the basic truth, is that they make it pretty. It's like the Love Canal. If anybody knows what the Love Canal is, that is what Flint is. And they're literally having students from all over the world come to Kettering University. And they're almost done with this beautification project and shoving the hole. So that why? So people can go sit in the park and get cancer? For real. Honest to God. Seriously. I smile. I'm Cindy. I am irritated right now. I'm very frustrated. Imagine going almost 3 years later and seeing that there's still, the public is still lying about this stuff. When you know a truth so deep inside of your heart, and you have these facts, and not only have you researched it, yeah, hit the share button, please. Not only have you researched it, but you've seen it, you've witnessed it, you've been followed, you've gotten the death threats. I have, because of what I know. So forget about the fact that I get death threats. They've actually killed people. I'm still alive. They've actually killed people, okay? It's that serious. That's what's going on, okay? And so when you know these truths, and now people don't believe you, and then they call you crazy, and so you're fighting these battles kind of by yourself. You know, you got these people in Flint that you're teaming up with, and you're, see, Jamie, I don't like that crap. That's not what I'm here for. I'm not here to be cute. I'm sure that you mean that in a really good intention. It's just, those are the things that I don't want, those distractions. It's not about me. This is about the residents in Flint, Michigan. Because they have been poisoned and they are sick and they need everybody's help, even if it's just sharing videos like this out so that everybody can once again get a dose of Flint, Michigan, and realize that Flint, Michigan is not unleaded, because they have all been poisoned, unlike this article written by the New York Times. And that's the point I'm trying to make to you guys. I'm just going to keep talking in circles, so before I do that, I'm going to hang up this this thing here. So thank you guys all. I'm sorry that I've been quiet lately. I've just been dealing with my own demons. I'll just be honest with you guys. I'm just dealing with my own demons, and a lot of it is a result of Flint. God bless you guys, and please share this video, and don't believe the lies.